Hey there, everybody. You know how some days are better than others, and there are some days that are really just pains in the butt. Today has been one of those days. Ordinarily, what we would have here is a pre recorded, essentially, Zoom call. That would be Stephanie and Jim and I walking and talking our way through an RVCCIS info episode. Today, for whatever reason, it decided to only record my beautiful face. So instead of assaulting you with just my face for this particular episode, what we'll do is present to you our coffee talk episode following this as a wonderful coffee visualization. So without further ado, here comes our experimental episode of RVCCIS.info Coffee Talk. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to RVCCIS.info, the channel where faculty representatives from Rock Valley College's Computers and Information Systems Department talks to you, the community at large, about things roughly having to do with computer science, unless it's today, because today we're going to talk about the best loved of all of the CIS department's vices, and that would be coffee. So there's Jim with his coffee cup, the obligatory one. Mm-hmm. I always do coffee after these episodes are taped while I'm cutting them. So today we thought we would let you know what kinds of coffee and how it is we make the coffee so that you get the effervescent. And Jim, what was the V word you used before? It was amazing.
Oh, what did I say? I already forgot.
I think vivacious. Was it
vivacious? I could have.
Vivacious. I can't spell it, but I know we are it. So today is Coffee Talk on RVCCIS.info. So Jim, I know, has props. So we're gonna let you go first.
Eric, I really have you to thank for this, as you know. So I used to buy, I did start out with like really expensive coffee makers. The, what was the one? Oster or Bronze or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they would always break. And then I'd get really mad. So then I started buying cheap Mr. Coffees. And when I bought a Mr. Coffee last November, it lasted till about January. Mm-hmm. So then I got disgusted and talked to you, and now I have my Bonavita, which I absolutely love.
It looks pretty.
Isn't it nice, Stephanie?
Yeah. And what I'll remind everybody now is if you go ahead and follow us on social media, so at RVCCIS info at Twitter and Facebook, I believe it's on our Twitter feed, is CNET does like the best coffee makers. That one was the number 2, and Jim and I both have them, and they're freaking fantastic.
They really are. We should get a product placement. We should get some money for this.
Bonavita, if you're out there, we are not too proud in any way, shape, or form to hawk your products. Please.
Definitely.
Yeah,
send us another coffee maker.
Yeah, we would love
them.
Stephanie, you're caffeine free right now, right? Are you?
I am. I wouldn't call it caffeine free. I would call it
reduced caffeine.
Yeah, I don't drink coffee throughout the week anymore. So I don't wake up and have a coffee in the morning. And actually, I've been stopping. I haven't really had energy drinks much lately either. So I get most of my caffeine from tea or I don't know. I'm definitely not driving my husband as nuts as I was, but with the energy. But on the weekends, I'll have, especially now that it's getting cooler, I like a latte in the morning. Ooh. So I'll make a nice latte because I got that $10 little frother thing. Mm-hmm. And you throw just a tad bit of sugar in the milk because I use whole milk, a little sugar in the whole milk. It'll froth it up and be nice and just sweet enough, not too sweet. But I use either a pour over coffee pot, like a cheap one from Walmart or whatever, or I have this Hamilton Beach that is.
We'll put the links down in the description below because the pour over thing is a Bodum, Bodum, which is fantastic and like $18.
Yep.
And all you have to be is patient enough to actually do the pour over coffee thing,
Yeah.
which I am not. Or
I don't
capable.
mind.
I can't make it so that it's hot. I don't know what I'm doing. Like the stuff starts out boiling, and by the time I'm done, it's like, this is cold.
I like mine. I do not like mine burning my tongue. So it ends up being perfect for me, but usually by the time I'm like halfway through the cup, I have to reheat it
Yeah,
in the microwave. So
that's what made
but
me stop.
the one that I bought that I use all the time now is this Hamilton Beach, and now it's just a one coffee thing. And it's the other reason why I like it is because I don't have to go buy filters. It's got one with it. Even when I did have a coffee pot, I think I bought one of those gold filters, or not gold, but the mesh. So I wouldn't have to keep buying coffee. And I even did that for my pour over where I don't have to use. Do you know they sell cloth coffee filters?
Oh, do they?
Yeah. I tried that. It's all
No.
right.
Doesn't that just like clog up your washing machine then? Isn't that you have to get that so clean before all those grounds come out?
No,
I prefer the gold mesh one.
Right. The gold mesh one is definitely nicer. Yeah. Especially, bleaching and all that good stuff. So
Yeah,
that's what I do, mainly because I don't drink coffee all day like I did. So I don't need a huge pot. I just need a one cupper. And then I do have a percolator for Christmas parties.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Well, okay, so percolators burn your coffee. But when parents and grandparents come over, they don't mind it one bit.
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Eric, I can picture you having like a coffee pot in every room.
I have one on, so we have 2 floors, and both with kitchens because technically it's a duplex. So I do have one in both kitchens. I have the Bonavita is upstairs, and that's the one I would prefer to use. But I've become, as a father, I don't like spending money on me. So unless it's big money, I will spend big money on me. Like laptops and idiot stuff like that. But I have a Bodum pour over in the kitchen most immediately above me, so I don't have to go all the way upstairs and disturb Erin because the kitchen is her office now. So it helps, I think.
The thing I like about
Go ahead, Stephanie. I'm sorry.
The thing I like about the Bodum is that, like, my husband's a tea drinker. He does not drink coffee. He never has been. He's always just been on the sweet side of things. And so, but he'll drink tea. And so with the pour over, you got the kettle that you use and the electric kettle, and then he can use it for both his tea or my coffee. So that's good.
Oh, yeah.
I do have a French press that I've used once in a while for coffee.
I do too. Yeah. That's labor intensive, but it does make good coffee.
Yep.
I hate cleaning that stupid
thing. The cleaning is, I guess, Lifehacker has a thing. I'll try to remember, and I will put it in the comments or the description below, rather. It's from Starbucks, I think. They said don't play with it. So you put the grounds in, then the hot water, then you just plunger it just so that the grounds are below the water, and then leave it, which is different than the stir it for 5 minutes thing you always hear about. So I don't know. I figure if it comes from the barista's mouth, it's good enough for me.
All right.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not really picky. As long as I have my little frother and I make a good latte, that's all that matters.
Yeah. You really need to bring that to Rock Valley once we can go back to school.
Ooh, if we get back to school, Jim, I'll buy one just for you and I to use.
Oh my gosh. That is awesome. Oh.
So does anybody have any beans or grounds they would recommend? Jim, you've got the what do you call those props there?
Yeah, I've got my Starbucks, but it's already pre-ground, Eric. I'm sorry.
I'm too lazy. Honestly, for the most part, I will ground them first. And I get up earlier than everybody else, so me grinding coffee at 5:04 in the morning isn't that's not a long-term key to happiness for the rest of the family.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I grind occasionally, but lately I've been lazy. So yeah, Lavazza, I've got my Dunkin' Donuts. I'm my tastes are very Catholic when it comes to coffee,
I like mine very medium. I don't like it too light. I don't like it too dark. I like mine like medium. So what do I usually get? Actually, my very, very favorite is the espresso that Ron Handley, his wife, would bring over from Denmark. It was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yep.
But that's a luxury that we don't have. So my other favorite is there's a company out of Aurora, and they're called Gun Barrel
Gunmetal?
Gun Barrel coffee. Because back in the day, they used to heat their coffee with their gun barrel, and that's why they called it that. And so they're veterans, and they have one called Hoorah that's really good, and then they have one called Zero Dark 30, which is very, very caffeinated, which is really good.
Yeah.
And so those are that's what I really, really enjoy. But if I had to, and I go to like Woodman's, I get Gevalia.
Mm-hmm. So Jim hit it on the head. I'm a snob when it comes to it. I do like Starbucks Verona is like my go-to. I have to order it online now from Costco, but they have a Rwandan coffee that is amazing.
Oh,
I think
really?
we almost put Jim in the hospital one time with like an overdose of the Rwandan coffee. That was that one.
I remember that. I was up till 4 a.m, I
Yeah.
think.
Well, and Eric makes it a tad strong.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Because there's in the office, Joan, you can tell when the coffee's strong because I'd come in and I'd say, hey, who made the coffee today? And she'd say, Lydia, or back when Jerry Drew worked there, she'd be like, Jerry made it, don't drink it. And then when Eric came along, it's like, Eric, watch out, it's super strong. But it didn't taste like mud. Like
No.
that was so.
Yeah, it almost never evaporated the spoon when you would put one in there. So it's just about right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like when you put in too much Folgers and it tastes terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It's you've got good coffee and just a lot of it, like strong coffee.
So there you have it, the coffee proclivities of your CIS instructors. Go ahead and leave us a comment below. What are your favorite coffees? I know I keep looking for more and better coffees. I have like most people would have a liquor cabinet. I have a coffee cabinet. It's got 12 different coffees in there, I think. So we would love to hear from you about what kinds of different coffees it is that you like having while you're down there. If you like Coffee Talk or any of our other episodes, please feel free to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and don't forget to hit the bell so that you are made aware of any and all of the new content as they become available. We are also on social media. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We are RVCCIS Info. Here on YouTube, we are RVCCIS Info. And on anchor.fm or any place that you'd like to get your podcasts, you can find us also RVCCIS Info. So on behalf of Jim Conley, Stephanie Washer, myself, Eric Wolf, and the rest of the Rock Valley community, stay safe and stay sane out there, everybody. And drink coffee.
Mm-hmm.